back to the Sam and Ray podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Ray.
How you doing this morning, Raymond?
I'm doing okay.
You were soaking wet when you came back
Yeah.
from dropping the kids off at school.
Yeah. Shout out to the dumb lunch ladies that don't know how to get their shit together.
I don't understand how they don't realize, hey, kids come in at this time. I should probably be ready by that time and have the door open.
I don't get how they don't just, I don't know. I don't get how anyone
And
can't do their fucking
this is
job.
not all. This is just at one specific school, and it's the
Yeah.
school our kids go to.
It's like, dude.
The noon aides, the cafeteria ladies, the vice principal who wanted to tell me they're not supposed to be in here until blah 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 time. It's posted, and I was like, actually, it's not posted at that time. It's posted like 10 to 5 minutes before that. So you're wrong, but whatever. So I don't go into the office anymore because I'm afraid they're gonna call the police.
Well, you don't pick up or drop off the kids that often anyway.
Yeah, but when I do want to go back in there and be like, bitch, why are you guys still late? Like, why can't you guys open the gate on time?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
I don't know. You asked me a question. I don't know. I don't know if you let me answer it, but yeah. You went off on a question you asked me.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, but you said something about the lunch ladies.
All I said was the lunch ladies don't know how to get it together.
Yeah, and then it set me off on a tangent because these people.
Yeah, because for me, it's just like, man, we're already towards the end of the school year, and you guys still can't get this shit together. Like, I'd understand the first, like, the first month of the fucking school year, but come on. We're like on the last 3 weeks of fucking school, and
you still are not on time.
you guys can't get these kids. And then it's raining, so it's like there's a lot of parents that actually wait for their kids to go in, and then they leave, like, to go in and get their breakfast, make sure they got their breakfast and shit. So it's just like, be considerate of that shit. I mean, one, because there's parents waiting. Two, it's your fucking job. Like, you're supposed to go in and be prepared. Why are you going in and having people fucking wait? Like, you're waiting for the kids to go in. It's fucking raining. And then you're having them wait outside the cafeteria because you're not ready in the cafeteria. It's like, and no, like, I don't know how the school system works, but if I was the principal, I'd fire everybody that doesn't show up on time. Because who are we to tell these kids that they need to be on time?
Yep.
But nobody's fucking disciplining the employees that work there to be on time.
Amen. I need a hand clap there. I need a clap. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Because how the fuck can you be like, you guys were late, here's a tardy slip? It's like, okay, well, did they give you one when you rolled in here late?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that shit. To me, that's just, and I think that's why, like, a lot of my clients that I have, they used to be people that I used to manage when I used to work at the warehouse. And a lot of them will be like, man, well, like, you're an asshole manager. It's like, no, but it's the same thing. It goes for me. Like, whatever I expect from you, I would do myself. So why would I end up doing otherwise? Like, why would I, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to expect you to be more easygoing than me, like, not do your job as expected. No, if I expect myself to be at a certain caliber of work ethic, you need to match that. And if you can't, then get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
But that's just that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of school, when I got to work yesterday, okay, so on Tuesday night around like 5:30, we heard a cat crying, like a little kitten crying. And I went outside and it was close to like where our cars were. So I even got on the freaking ground in the street and I was looking under both of our cars. I could hear it. And I was like, I don't know where the hell it's coming from. So I thought maybe it was like in a bush somewhere. Ray never heard it. And then yesterday morning, I was like, I can still fucking hear it. Where is it coming from? So I go to work and I only live like 5 minutes from my job. I park and I was like, oh my God, it's in my car. I could hear it crying. The poor little baby. I popped the trunk and you could hear this little, like, just so sad. And a few coworkers came out, tried to help me get it out, and then Ray finally came.
I didn't just finally
Not
come.
finally come. But no.
I was in the middle of eating breakfast.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even just like in the middle of breakfast. I literally had like a
Just
couple.
made it.
I had just made a couple bites, and I'm like sitting there. She's like, "The cat's in my car." I'm like, "What do you mean the cat's in your car?" the cat's in my car. I'm like, in your car? Like, you
Like, in
didn't,
the
it took you a
hood.
while to
Yeah.
specify it was under the hood. Like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay, well, what do you want me to go do? Like,
Get it out before like I either drop it in the street, run it
well,
over,
see, here's,
burn it.
to you that makes sense, right? Because
Uh-huh.
of the convenience that we live down the street.
Yeah.
But if we didn't live down the street, you would assume that I would drive all the way down to go get.
Yes.
That's why you guys have like animal control and shit like that.
But it's a
But anyways,
baby.
so I didn't even get to finish my breakfast. I get to the fucking school, and I had to. I'm like, we're trying to see where it's at. I get underneath your car. Like, oh great, your car has a million fucking bolts just to take off, a dust panel, and I have to fucking lift your car because your car wasn't as high as I thought it would be, or I'm just not as thin as I used to be. So I was just like, fuck, okay. So I come back home, then I pick up my jack, and I mean I already had tools in the car anyways, so I was just like, let me just pick up the jack and lift the car up and then get underneath, take off the dust panel. The little freaking cat and said it like, so your principal, when I got there, your principal was out there, and she was like, oh, you're the one here to save the cat. I was just like, yeah. Meanwhile, for those that don't know, I'm fucking allergic to cats, which is the other fucking thing that pissed me off, because I was just like, first of all, I'm eating breakfast. Second, you want me to go save something
that I'm allergic
to?
But it was just, no, don't, because you were in love with that little baby.
I wasn't in love, but
yeah, you said, man, this is
I mean,
so
I would have kept it if I wasn't allergic to it, but I'm allergic to it. At the end of the day, that was never a part of like, hey, oh, okay, I'm gonna just, no. If I'm in love with something, I'll risk shit. I'm not that in love with a fucking cat for me to.
It was so
And then
cute.
so I get the dang cat out. And luckily, on my way over there, I was like, well, who do I know that would adopt a cat or help save a cat? And
Ricky.
ended up being Ricky. And I was like,
because I had her in my mind.
so I was like, I called her and she had just got to work, and luckily she'll answer my calls if I call her, right? And she was just like, what happened? I said, I have to go save a cat from the inside of my wife's car. It's like stuck in the engine bay. And she was just like, she's like, oh, she's like, all right. She goes, my daughter's taking care of my nephew, but I'm gonna put her on alert just in case you want to drop it off. Like, she already had a whole fucking game plan out. I was just like, damn, all right. So we save it, put your fucking car back together just to get the dang cat, and then I bring it home. But bring it home like it was chilling, but that little motherfucker was feisty
As shit.
But and then it got comfortable, and it was cool. But then when the kids got in the car after I picked them up, she was like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
But
because she wasn't used to the loudness.
And I think she has PTSD. She had PTSD from the car ride, because as soon as I turned the car on and we started driving, it just started like meowing even more. And
she's like, I remember the street passing underneath.
She was like, she was all tripping out, but it was cool. I'm glad we saved the cat.
We named her Samantha.
Samkia.
It's Samantha.
No. Because
it's Samantha.
We can't take
Kia
over.
Because of the car she was in.
It's Samkia Mota.
It's Samkia Mota. She sounds like a samurai.
I don't
care.
Said. I don't care what you say. You just want Samantha because it's you. But
yes, and she's feisty. She has green eyes.
If I talk to that cat, I'm gonna tell that cat that you left it in the engine bay for 3 days.
I didn't know she was there. I even went and looked for her. That's so sad.
Samkia Mota.
But she was so comfy when Ricky sent us a picture of her.
Oh yeah,
she was all sprawled out, taking a nap. She was nice and bathed.
And
she was fed.
Shout out to your principal, because your principal.
My principal is a Disney princess. She
had formula.
She had kitten formula in her office. Cat food. She was like, I've had so many animals in my office.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I love her.
And I think she was just like, I wonder if what they're gonna do. Like, trust me, it's in safe hands. Whether it was with us or with Ricky or the girls, like,
I wouldn't just leave it.
No,
my heart would have broke.
Nah. And then, so the kids were all bummed. I was like, but we have a dog, and the dog doesn't give us allergies.
And the dog's like, bitches, I've been fucking here, man.
But I don't care. Like, I know we trip out on him, but he's fucking funny.
He's hilarious.
I
think he's dumb.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I know he's dumb.
No, he's dumb, yeah.
Like, he's smart, but he's dumb. Because it's like, because remember when he was little, he used to, like, get all excited, and our floor in the living room was tiled, so he'd always, like, slip and shit, but he always would run either into the wall where the window was at or run right into the glass. Yeah. And he would do it like over and over. It's like, bro, it's not like he would do it, move on, and then like forget and then do it again. Like it would happen like
He
consecutively.
turned around. Oh, look, the outside. Boom. And then he's like, oh, that didn't work. And then he's like, oh, look, the outside. And run back into the fucking window.
And then he instantly like, oh, okay. Try to
Look,
walk
a pool.
try to walk away, and then fucking instead of jumping on the couch, he would hit his head right on the middle of the couch. It's like,
my God.
like you got to jump.
And he does the same shit when he's running back and forth in the
Oh, he'll
backyard.
hit his head under
He'll
the
hit
benches.
his head under the bench and you hear thung, and then he does it again. I'm like, oh no, this guy is dumb. This poor old man is dumb. We've had him forever.
But you know what? I was talking to a client yesterday, and he was just like, well, how old's your dog? I was like, he's like, because you said you've had him as long as your son, or you got him before your son was born. I said, yes. I said,
12 years.
I said, so he's what, 12 times 7?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 80? That's
84.
84. I was like, he's pretty fucking active for an 84-year-old.
He's buff.
That motherfucker. I'm like, I wish I had that much activity going on in my brain when I was 84. Like, shit, this was like, he's chill. Like, this is probably the calmest he is. I think it is because he's getting older, but he's still fucking crazy. Like,
yeah.
I trip out on that guy. He's funny though, because he thinks he's fucking cool. When I go outside, he's just like. But then I see like when you and the kids go outside, he's all fucking goofy. I'm like,
he's like, oh my God, it's you guys. Dad's not here to yell at me.
I don't yell at him. It's just
it's just you're more stern.
He knows who's the fucking boss is.
Yep,
so
just like my kids, they fuck with me just like the dog does, because he's like, they don't listen, I don't listen. It's Mom.
Yeah.
This lady. But I was gonna say I had posted it on TikTok, the little kitten, and you can hear it meowing, and I didn't see it yet. It was just like the engine, and you can whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And someone commented, they're like, Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
And because I don't know if you're getting clips on your For You page about the Met Gala that happened.
No.
Because all Doja Cat did was she wore a dress, but then you go up to her face and they turned her into a cat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and when they were interviewing her, all she would do was fucking meow.
That's retarded.
And I'm thinking this.
I think some people would consider that like a form of art. Like
I consider it a form of dumbassery, because Anna Wintour.
I don't know, because when people speak, we get mad at them.
That's
so
true. Anna Wintour. I don't know if that's her right name, but the person who runs who gets to go to the Met Gala and things like that, I feel like has an idea of how you should be acting at these things. And I'm like, is she gonna like stop inviting certain people? Because Doja Cat, like, girl, come on, you're there for a certain thing. Like, you're gonna meow the whole time. And then Lil Nas X, oh my God, he was basically just in chonis, but painted from head to toe silver.
Well, see, that's the thing that, I mean, I don't think you could blame these artists.
Yeah, because it's more the stylist, no?
Well, not just that, but I think it's just like that was kind of like the purpose of the Met Gala, was it not? Like, where like the artistry comes together and you could just kind of like express who you are or how you feel through the way you wear your clothes and shit. But it's just like, it's no different than, again, I'll reference Kanye, but it's no different than Kanye wearing his baggy, holy clothes and people thinking that that's a fashion statement. At the end of the day, I think it's subjective, and I think things like the Met Gala are just fucking retarded, because at the end of the day, you don't have to be there to prove that you're artistic or that you're a creative person. Like, I know a lot of fucking people that they have like a certain style, right? And they're like, oh, that's dope. I can see that person rocking that, right? But then there's other people that could wear anything. But like one day skinny jeans, the next day baggy jeans, the next day like a flare jean or just something different every fucking time. You're like, yeah, I could see that. Like, that looks like pretty fucking dope. Yeah. And these are just normal people. This has nothing to do with being a celebrity. That's just one of those events. I think the Met Gala in general is fucking retarded.
No, and I never knew what it was for. I thought it was just, I was like, what is the Met Gala? Is it just to show off, like, I don't know what the fuck I thought it was, but it is a fundraiser. And I thought it was like a fundraiser for something good, like something that's gonna like help the community or help whatever. It's for a costume museum.
Yeah, so I just looked it up right now. It says The Met Gala, or the Met Ball, formerly called the Costume Institute Gala or the Costume Institute Benefit, is an annual fundraising gala held for benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City.
Which is okay.
Which is
yeah,
cool
we need art and we need museums and things like that.
But they put so much emphasis
Uh-huh.
on whether, like, you know what I mean? Because then it's just like, well, you have to be of a certain caliber and you have to be
Yeah.
of a certain artistry to be able to fucking show up here. Like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. Let homeboy from Bloomington or let homegirl from
Yeah.
fucking Eastville or fucking Southgate. Like, there's so many fucking people that have so much better style than these people, because these people are elite. And again, it's a fundraiser, so it's just like, well, they
Dude,
have the money.
They
If
have
they
the money to.
if they have the money to provide it, they could do whatever the fuck
But
they
a
want.
lot of the times, the designers, the people who go, like the celebrities who go, are either invited by the designers so that they wear their design. So it's not even necessarily that they were supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's funny because supposedly the Kardashians weren't invited this year, but they were. Kim was there. Kendall was there.
So you could
Kylie was there.
Well, shit, if you're not invited, you could just pull up. Let's pull
with
up
the
next
designer.
Year.
No, but you have to be wearing it.
With the designer.
But I was gonna say,
I might have who can we have? Maybe we could get you and Wavy to put together like a costume or just put together like something, and I'll just be
pretend like I meant to be
like
there.
we'll have to call it something dope.
But it was funny because two things. One, fucking Kim took North to this fucking gala, and she left her outside near the street. There's a clip of North just standing there, kind of like not knowing what to do, and she's by herself. Well, Kim is walking up the stairs getting her photo taken, and it's just like this is a 9-year-old girl.
You really forgot about your child.
And it's just like, oh, poor baby. She looks so out of place, like she doesn't know what to do. And everybody's like, how much do you want to bet? She was like, oh, you're taking me. You're going to take me. And now she's regretting that she went. And then A$AP Rocky was so funny. He ended up going through a crowd of people, and people didn't know it was him because he had a hoodie on. And he jumped over the barricade. But while he's jumping over the barricade, he used someone's face as leverage to get over. And she posted it on her Twitter, I think, and was like, said something about him doing it. And then he commented back like, oh, I'm so sorry. But her glasses went like, it was hilarious. It was the funniest shit in the entire world. But I honestly don't know if I were a celebrity, if I'd even want to go to it.
I don't
know. Because even Tina Fey in an interview once, they asked her about the Met Gala. She was like, it's just pretty much what she said. It was like, it's assholes with assholes. That's it. Like jerks being jerks.
So the purpose of it, like there is the purpose, but it's not that anymore. Like it's still there for that purpose, but it's not being demonstrated in that form.
Yeah. And
like
there's always a theme. And when I look at these clothes, I'm like, I don't get how that fits with the theme of the Met Gala. I'm not understanding.
But is there even, so what are the themes? Like, I don't get how is
they pick a theme every year. I don't know who picks it. Probably Anna Wintour.
This, you know what this is right here?
What?
This poor people talking about rich people problems.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either. I totally.
Like, oh, we're going to have a gala so we could have money for our museum. Why don't you feed the people that are outside that place where they're probably living and they're homeless?
I feel, well, that's anything, dude. Like, even Coachella, like, everybody makes a big thing of Coachella, but then there's people that live in Coachella that are affected by it. Like, they're only busy around that time of year. And it's probably more of a disruption than it is something like giving back to the community, because I don't think the community gains anything from Coachella's event, like 2-weekend event.
They're probably irritated with it.
If anything, now they're dealing with like people fucking polluting and people fucking just taking up space on the streets and shit like that. Like, it just ends up being a big old shit show. Like,
kind of like when they do the speedway and then there's like a bunch of traffic on the freeway. It's like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like people.
God damn it.
People think they're doing something like a service. It's like, nah. Like, why don't you guys come out here when the actual Coachella event isn't happening? Which I have nothing against any of these things, but at the end of the day, I just don't get it. Maybe because I don't have the money to understand it, but I think even if I had the money to understand it,
Coachella just seems like exhausting. It just seems like I'm gonna be hot.
And then everybody just like makes a big deal out of it. Oh, Coachella, Coachella. It's like,
This is my outfit for Coachella. I have nipple pasties, and then everything is gonna hang out.
I mean, I'm not even saying that, but it's just like you could see all these fucking artists individually.
And then people were mad because who didn't go on?
Oh, that was Frank. I think Frank Ocean,
Uh-huh.
but that was just over some crazy. I don't know what, and I think has to do with some type of
Of
mental health or somebody's. So, Ricky and I we did this past weekend we were working pretty much every like what we had like 3 or 4 of the Dodger games out of the homestand this last week, and 2 of the games we had bands. So Ricky found a cumbia band for Saturday, and we come to find out. So this kind of ties in because one of the things I've always emphasized with people is just like some people when they're attracted to you, not like on a love level, but just like you gain attraction from people because of who you are and what you do, right?
and what you could do for them.
Well, not just that, but it's just like, look, when especially if you're a performer of some type, people are looking at you because they want you to free them from whatever fucking reality they got going on for themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all these people, and they have, to me, I think they have a right to be upset because Coachella is not a cheap fucking experience.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's very expensive to attend that, and a lot of people, seeing that he was the main artist that everybody was there for, and for him to back out, I understand he has whatever he was dealing with and the things that he has going on, right? I'm not insensitive. I'm not being a dick and saying you can't feel that way or you can't. But the thing is, it might be fucked up to say, but no one really cares. Because all those same people that went to go see you, they have something going on. And they got things that they got to deal with. And they just spent for some people, they spent what they had to go see you.
Yeah.
And this is how you react. And that goes back to what I was saying as far as Ricky booking this band on Saturday. We're setting up and we're doing everything for the band. And we meet like all the different band members and shit. And one of the singer, come to find out, I don't know if it was either that week or just recent to that day, his wife passed away.
Oh, how sad.
So this man still got up and performed as it, like if it never fucking happened. And when I look at dudes like Frank Ocean or any other fucking celebrity who goes through shit, and I get it, you go through shit, but there's 2 people in this world for me, like if I ever lost them, I don't know if I could continue like that. But this man did, so that kind of shows like an example of like, the show must go on, bro. You got to get up and you got to go do what you got to do. Like if I lost you or I lost my mom,
I was going to say 2 people. I think you should say at least 4.
No, just 2.
What about your children?
Oh, my children, yeah. Not that, but I'm saying as far as like,
I was about
like
to kick you under this table.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like, look, dude, no one cares what your personal problem is because they got their own and they paid to go see you.
Yep.
Now it's just like, oh, I know you paid to see me, but I'm gonna take your money.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he probably didn't get paid for that. He probably didn't get any compensation, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these people spent their money to go see you.
Yep.
So even though you didn't get paid for it, these people still spent their fucking money and they didn't get to fucking see you, and that's fucked up. I'd understand if it, like, again, if it was like your significant other, but it's just like, you still got it. I mean, fucking Alejandro Fernandez was performing when he found out his dad passed away. And for those who don't know who Alejandro Fernandez is, he's Vicente Fernandez's son. So he found out while he was on stage performing that his dad passed away, and he still performed for his dad. So it's just like,
I think that because celebrities are so, like everybody's kissing their ass, they feel like they could just, I'm not telling.
I don't know. There's just a different type of
or a different type of work ethic or a different type of mentality of like.
And this, like, in no regards is reference to anything, but when I say this is like, that was a bitch move. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't cool, bro. Like, I get you're going what you're going through, but you got into this entertainment business for a reason. Yes, it's lucrative, but you started this because you loved doing it. And I get at some point you stop loving doing it, but you're still doing it. And you have an obligation to it. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? You can't perform half-ass. You can't sit there and let shit affect your performance, because at the end of the day, the people watching you, they don't know and they don't care, because they are spending their hard-earned money to go see you. And if you're not performing, when they fucking start bad-mouthing you and critiquing you,
Don't be
and
surprised.
don't be surprised, bro.
Don't
like,
be hurt by it.
but then again, too, he probably has a fan base that's like, would probably do the same thing he did. And I'm like, oh, well, poor him and mental health. Like, I get it, dog. I get it. You really want to take care of your mental health? Shut your whole shit down. Stop being a fucking celebrity. Stop doing things that you know are gonna like garner some type of fucking attention. Just let it be, bro.
Yeah.
Be a normal fucking person. And if you don't want that type of attention or obligation to have to deal with people,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, sad to say, but a lot of people really don't fucking care. Not when it's as much as you don't care, as long as you get paid.
Yeah.
Is as much as they don't care because they spent their money on you.
That's true.
So,
but it's even people, like how you said, a lot of people don't care. At the end of the day, don't fucking care as long as you're there to do what you were supposed to. That's just like anybody's job in general.
well, yeah, you go
Like, okay, for instance, fucking marshals, dude. Nobody fucking cared that you were sick or that you know, had this or that going on or someone passed. They're like, so what? You can't come in today? It's like, bitch, no.
They care about what benefits them in general.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's all businesses. That's business in general. Like, people, it's hard for regular people to understand that in business, there's no room for empathy, right? I don't care. And it seems like inhumane. Like, you're not supposed to think that way. You're not, but that's just how it is. At the end of the day, money's money to a business person.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, but if a person who's in charge perhaps may have their job at risk, that means they might be having money taken away from them. Let me put anybody in any type of position and take their fucking money away and see how they switch up.
See how they switch. That's
so
true.
Throw the empathy shit out the way. You got to do what you got to do and just pull up.
But I always found it funny that
I find it funny.
I just find it funny.
Facebook.
Oh my God.
I find it funny
that when they needed sympathy or they needed, they would expect it, and it would just be like, bitch, I don't fucking care.
You didn't care when I cared.
You didn't fucking care when this or that happened to me.
And
why are you crying to me about what happened to you?
And that goes with treat others how you expect to be treated. Like,
exactly.
I think one of the biggest differences, and I always tell people, like, yeah, I wouldn't say I was an asshole. You guys just weren't used to someone actually telling you what to do, when to do, and how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't going to do it, if the same thing I tell the kids, look, you get two versions of me. You get the cool side or you get the fucked up mean side, right? Mm-hmm. And in order to get the mean side, you have to do something to pull that out of me. I'm usually cool and I'll let you do what you want, but as soon as you start getting out of hand or you start losing control of what you're doing, I'm not going to be cool about it, because I got to check you. I got to be the parent first. Same thing when you go to work. Like, managers could be cool with you, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be cool when you start fucking around, because now you're jeopardizing their money.
Yeah.
They got to be manager before they're your friend, bro, in that environment at least.
Or even when, okay, let's say when your friend turns into your manager.
And you forget.
Do you forget? And it's just like, if she or he was really your friend, you would have no problem with them telling you, like, hey, you got to go do this, you got to go do that.
And you would have their back even more so.
And you would have their back.
Because you'd be like, I'm going to do what I got to do to perform so that my friend looks like the best fucking manager or the best anything in this field.
And I feel like people everywhere just forget that, like, oh, we were friends. Yeah, we're still friends, but now I have a different position.
And do you know how many people I had to let go? Like, when I used to work at the warehouse and I used to have to manage people, and I was like, they're like, hey, we need to speak to so-and-so, and you got to be present. Like, so it was always HR and a supervisor or manager.
Uh-huh.
And then I would have to sit there and be like, hey, due to this reason, this is why we're going to have to let you go. And I would always tell people, like, look, I don't got a problem with you. I remember one time I actually fired like one of my friends, and I was just like, "Hey, meet me at Applebee's after, and we'll figure it out, bro. And if you need to put me down as a reference wherever you need to go, then put me down. Put me down as a reference. Don't put the job down as a reference. Put me down as a reference. Say someone else was your supervisor." I always knew where to find the loophole in being able to get someone to make up for what they lost, right? And that's just who we are as people.
And it wasn't,
like,
and
it wasn't
like your
personal.
decision either.
And that's one thing I used to
It's
always,
just
yeah.
you had the hard job of having to tell them.
And I used to always tell people, look, dude, is your check before my check or my check before yours? Which one do you want? If you're gonna jeopardize my job by you not performing when I ask you to perform, then you're telling me fuck you and your money. So when I have to fire you, fuck you and your money.
Yeah.
Like it's vice versa, bro. But if let's go to Applebee's, we'll sit at the bar, have a couple drinks, we'll talk about it, and we'll put you in another position to get another job. And I think that person ended up getting another job and became a manager at that warehouse. So it was just like, see, like
there you go.
you see how this shit works out. Like you end up knowing people. You know people that know people, and it could get you where you got to be. And sometimes you got to understand that it's just timing. Sometimes this shit just don't fucking work for us, right?
Yeah.
Like you weren't supposed to be here. The reason why things weren't clicking as much as you would assume they should, it was because it's just that's not the place and that's not the time for you to be in that environment. You could be destined for something better than that, and you have to understand that shit and not take it so personal. Because when you take it personal, you end up like making shit worse for yourself. You're like, poor me, and you're missing all the fucking opportunities that you could have because you're with your head down crying about shit.
Yeah.
But that was like a little motivational. Thank you. Now get your asses up and get to fucking work.
Get to work and do it right, okay? Sometimes I do lag it, and I understand. There's days where you lag it, but it doesn't mean that you're not trying. Okay?
Right? And even if you have
at least you showed up.
Even if you have a fucking animal stuck in your car somewhere, just pull up to work and go to work.
Go to work. Call somebody. They'll get it out while you're working.
Even if they have to leave the breakfast on the table. Man, I came home with that cat. I left him in the little box.
A single mom who works 2 jobs.
And I was like, man, fuck this. I'm eating my
fucking
food.
Reba.
I'm going to eat. And he was cool. He was just chilling in the box.
I think it's a girl.
I think it is a girl, too.
That's why her name is Samantha.
It's Samkia. I don't care what you say.
Her full name is Samantha Kia.
Are we naming the cat Samantha Kia Moda? Or are we naming it Samkia Mota?
See, it does sound like a damn samurai. I'm gonna buy her a little samurai robe or something.
Put a little
fake
sword on the top of her back.
She's so fucking cute. That little bitch bit me yesterday, though.
It's a cat. It's not a bitch. What is a female?
That little pussy bit me yesterday. Oh my God. Yeah. Just.
But how was your week? Besides the cat, how was your weekend?
Weekend. What the hell did I do this Friday? Oh, wait. Did I go with you to O'Donnell's on Friday?
You did. It was for the homie's birthday.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Good times. I drank so much. I could not feel my legs. It was the best time. The best time ever. And it's Hex's fault. I didn't.
It's not Hex's fault.
It's Hex's fault, man.
Because
it's not his fault. It's my fault for assuming that the drinks he kept putting on the table were for me, and I kept taking them because I was like, I can't waste a drink.
No, but see, the thing is, you were doing the birthday girl a favor.
I was doing double duty because he brought me a drink and brought her a drink, but she had to drive. So I would suck down my drink and then drink her drink, and then he'd bring us another drink, and then I would drink her drink and drink my drink. And
you know what? You don't know how to just sip on any type of liquid.
I don't.
You like?
I just throw it back, man.
Anything, whether it could be a
water,
soda, it could be anything. It's like. That's why I don't share my drinks with you. Let me get a sip. No. Because half of it will be gone. You don't know how to sip on anything. Sip should be out of your vocabulary.
Yeah, it should.
Because you don't sip. You just, oh my God.
I just sucked that motherfucking
Okay.
No, but really.
But it's like, dude, and I always wonder, like you said, a sip, and I can see like when, like if we're driving, you're like, let me get some of your drink, and then I look, and I can just see like your throat go goop, 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 goop. Like that's not a sip, bro. Like that was a fucking chug. A sip sits on your tongue, and you take it back. You got like you drinking half a bottle of whatever it is. It could it could be soda, beer,
Oh my god.
margaritas.
And then trying to get back into the booth because it's raised up on a step. Aaron, a friend of Ray's and Ricky's, well, a friend of everybody, he's standing near the table and his back is toward me. So while I lift my leg to get up onto the step, I need him right in the ass. And he turned around and I was like, I am so sorry. I apologize. And then after I did that, like 10 seconds after, I spilled a drink and he's just looking at me like, girl.
You know what adds to this is the fact that you don't go places.
I don't.
You don't interact with people. You don't have that type of social living.
Are you saying I'm weird?
No, I'm saying when it comes to that part of it, you're a little weak. like
I need him in that.
Like sometimes, like when we go out, I'm just like, all right.
Oh, what the fuck is she gonna do tonight?
No, I already know what you're gonna do, and I already know that I'm gonna have to like
bail me out of jail because I don't know how to act or what.
No, I'm not bail you out of jail, but I'm gonna be irritated a slight bit because you're like.
But I'm so much fun.
You're one of those people that are too much fun that think it's fun. Because after a while, it's like, shut up, I'm trying to say something. Or
kind of like with you on this podcast.
No.
Yeah. It's like, shut up, I'm trying to get a word in.
I motivate.
Ugh.
You don't not motivate when you're
motivate, drunk. Irritate. I guess maybe it's the same.
You tell lies when you're drunk.
I tell lies when I'm drunk. I feel like I'm more honest when I'm drunk.
Really? You're a doctor?
No, okay. So Dr. Moda and I...
You over here making this kid feel bad about his life.
No, I didn't. Okay, so this is what happened. We come out of the bar, and it's me and Ricky by ourselves, and there's this kid. And I swear, he's a kid. He's young. And he goes, hey, guys. So what are you ladies doing tonight? And I was like, oh, yeah, we just got off work to have a drink. Oh, what do you guys do? And I was like, oh, I'm a doctor. And he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, she's a doctor, too. I was like, we're in pediatrics. We just got off a long shift of saving lives, And then he starts opening up and telling us how he's a psychologist, I believe he was. And his patients just give him a hard time. And he's thinking he may be in the wrong field. And it got really sad really fast. And when Ray came out, Ray said, he's like, what the fuck did you guys do to him? He looked like he was going to cry. And I told him, I was like, hey, listen, everything's going to work out to the way it's supposed to. I was like, give yourself time. Don't rush it. And you're going to be fine. I promise. I was motivational as fuck that night. Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Moda.
You were only motivational after you made him cry. After you tore him down and said, I'm a doctor and we just came.
How is that tearing him down?
Because in his head, he's like, fuck, I'm never going to be better than this. And there's doctors doing the same shit I'm doing.
I'm not a doctor, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you lied.
At least he got his feelings out of how he was feeling. And a doctor,
he was trying
quote, a doctor, he was trying to get something. No, he must have been drunk because I was not looking good. Maybe he was trying to get something from Ricky.
I don't know. I think nobody looks good drunk. I don't get how people think that they look good drunk.
Not just looking good. It's rose-colored glasses. That's what it is.
Those rose-colored glasses.
It's when you're drunk and someone looks, damn, you look good. And then in the morning, you're like, oh, fuck.
Those rose-colored. You try to make that seem all nice. It's
Wait,
called
wasn't
fucking beer goggles.
Wait, isn't there something called rose-colored glasses?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, God. Well, then I just made it up then if it's not.
Know.
But you also didn't know what something was that I said. Ralph.
Ralph?
Remember when I talked about Ralphing?
Oh, the whole throwing up
The
thing?
whole throwing up thing. See, you also didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
and your mother confirmed that it is used.
The fact that you're using terms that our parents would have used explains why I didn't understand what the fuck you were talking about.
Grow up.
This is the same woman. This is the same woman that didn't.
Who said we be seen?
This is the same woman that when asked if I was dating you, didn't ask, are you guys dating or are you guys going out? She says, are you guys going around? And I looked at her like, where the fuck are we going around to, Mom? Like,
I knew what that meant. Did you not watch like 50s television?
I mean,
or like the Brady Bunch 70s?
No, I didn't pay it. I don't pay attention to shit like that.
You don't pay attention to anything.
Not anything that's not relevant or important. I Love Lucy and all that shit is not important. It really isn't. Don't be upset. It just is what it is.
But you'll listen to Big Boy in the morning and hear him do the calls.
Yeah, okay, that's for a snippet of time.
No,
You
that
guys-
and it's
you
so
guys-
annoying. It's so
You
annoying.
guys- that's for a snippet of time. You can't collect all of Big Boy's snippets and compose as much content as I Love Lucy has ever put out. And the fact that you, my mother, and every freaking woman in this world,
Not every woman.
damn near every woman, has a collection of Lucy and has seen damn near every episode.
Woman.
I think it was your dad's house has it, your mom's house has it, and my mom's house has it. You all have a collection of fucking Lucy.
Lucy's awesome.
I don't see.
Lucy paved the way, okay,
I guess
for
whatever.
women comedians
Yeah.
like myself. No, I'm just kidding. But
You
what the
guys-
fuck was I saying? Oh, the rose-colored glasses, beer goggles, whatever.
So look it up. I'm
My
not
thing,
looking
no.
up.
My
No,
thing
I'm
is,
looking
I
it up
wasn't.
now.
It wasn't about that anymore. But it's about not only being drunk, but even being sober. I know I'm not the greatest thing to look at. I am not. I don't find myself attractive. I don't find myself pretty. I don't find myself any of that. But there's some bitches and some men out there who are, oh my God, how do you pull so many people? I am shocked.
I don't know.
But I guess there's a fan base for everything. That was bitchy. I'm sorry. But I just had a question. Like, there's just some people that I'm just like, how and why? Maybe it's personality. And I've got neither the looks or the personality. Are you ever going to jump in here and get me off this tangent? Because you're just staring at your phone. And if I had my phone, you would have slapped it out of my hand.
Well, first of all, you told me I talk too much on here, so go ahead and talk. I'm reading. So you didn't like how that came back to you, huh, dummy?
You're going to say hot dick.
I'm trying to figure out, because I just looked up rose-colored glasses, but I got a whole bunch of rose-colored glasses.
Why don't you put the meaning of rose-colored glasses?
Meaning.
Yeah, I think. Use the brain.
Let's see what it says. Rose-colored glasses, meaning a cheerful or optimistic view of things, usually without valid basis. Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, it's not the same
that's
thing.
Nowhere near it. That's nowhere near it.
That's
Nowhere near
not the same
being
thing.
drunk.
I'm pretty optimistic when I'm drunk. I'm pretty drunk when I'm optimistic, and
You're pretty.
I'm pretty
drunk.
drunk. Am I drunk right now?
Pretty drunk when I'm optimistic.
I'm
don't know what the
optimistic
fuck
when
I
I'm
was
drunk,
saying.
and I do have rose-colored glasses.
No, my
when I'm
thing
drunk.
was taking forever to load up. I was.
So okay, yeah, beer goggles.
And then I was trying to like read like, all right, because like it says the same thing in multiple. And I think what fucked me up is I was reading it right now, and I'm like, none of this says what she's trying to say. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but no, it meant nothing to what you were trying to refer to. It's called beer goggles.
It's beer goggles. But I always wondered, like,
I don't know. I mean, like, to each their own, really.
yeah.
Because some people aren't even attracted to the face; they're just attracted to the body, or they're just attracted to the fact that they need to let a load out.
Yeah, maybe.
But you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just,
that was mean of me to say. Forget it.
I mean, I think
Forget
what I
it.
said
Because I'm
was,
thinking about somebody.
I think I was meaner for me to say it. But you know who we gotta shout out? We gotta shout out Ricky Lee, because Ricky Lee, everywhere we fucking go, I even tell her I gotta step away from you. I feel like I'm cock blocking. Like everywhere we fucking go.
Well, okay, here's the
Someone's-
thing, though.
someone's-
Ricky Lee is pretty,
Okay.
and she has a personality.
Okay.
So it makes fucking sense. But then there's just some people, it's like, you don't have a personality. Your personality is shit. And your face is shit. I'm not understanding.
They're easy.
How can you tell that? Like, if you're a stranger, how can you tell, like, the way she walks, she's easy?
As a man?
Maybe just as anybody.
As a man?
Yeah, as a man.
How can I think it's
Have you ever gotten, other than myself, have you ever gotten with someone who's ugly and didn't have a
God,
personality?
knock your shit off already.
I'm feeling for compliments here. Compliment me.
You said if I ever gotten with anybody that was what?
Ugly and had no personality, and I'm not talking about your ex
I was
before me.
gonna say
Other than her,
that was she was a scapegoat.
well, the thing is, she was pretty
I don't know.
ready to.
That's why I said she was easy.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
How did
easy.
you know that? Because of reputation?
No, not reputation, just because
The way she walked?
there's like certain conversations that could happen and you can gauge it.
Uh-huh.
And you can be like, oh yeah.
Like she's like, I'm ready, I'm down.
No. I mean there are those
I'm
type
hot
of,
and ready.
there are those seats you we're going around. Like, come on, old lady, get it together. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you've gotten bored, you know what that lingo is, or what the
that's
vibe
true.
is. Like,
that is very true.
you're like,
Oh yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So there's that aspect of it, but there's also like the environment you're in. Like, if you're at a fucking bar,
You're like, I'm going home with somebody,
Yeah,
anybody
like-
tonight, anybody
and
with the pulse.
and everybody's fucking thinking that, like, because there's been like some dudes, I'm like, you pulled that, damn dog, good
Good for you.
congratulations,
She's
homie.
drunk.
For sure she's drunk, or you're packing, whatever, dude.
That's true too, because there's been people on like TikTok who they're like, I caught my man cheating, and me and his other girl are gonna expose him, and then we're gonna show up at the same time. And people in the comments will be ripping this guy a new one. They're like, oh my god, both of y'all are doing charity. Like, what the fuck is he packing? Cause he ain't cute. That's for fucking sure. How you gonna let this man cheat on you? Who the fuck wants him?
But then too, so would you also say it's just the way a person carries themselves? Like, I by no means think that I'm an attractive person, but I do know that, like, and I used to tell you this too, I could get whoever I want. And but I
Maybe
think it's
is it the fact that that's how you radiate yourself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the energies.
Okay, and my energy is like,
But see, but that same type of energy gravitates people that know that they could probably take advantage of you.
but little do they know, if I'm like on the outside, I'm really like, motherfucker, don't touch me on the inside.
Just fucking turn into an ice cube out of nowhere.
Bitch, back off.
No Vaseline, motherfucker.
I said no.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, there's different levels to shit, but I don't know. I mean, if you're ugly and you can pull,
If you're
congrats.
ugly and you can pull, good for you. And everybody's like, am I ugly?
Hey, if you got a question, it probably.
No, I question it every day, and yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Am I disgusting?
You're not disgusting, but you're nasty.
Oh my god. Are you drunk now? You must have been drunk for the past 18 years with your beer goggles.
No, my wine glasses.
Your
my
rose colored rose gold.
Rose gold.
No, rose colored. Where did you rose
rose-colored.
gold? You can't even get that right.
But you couldn't even get the term correct.
Couldn't even get the definition of what
I'm
it
trying
was.
to make it sound right for you.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. Where did we even start with? See, this fucking off tangent. I love it.
How the fuck did we start that?
What do we got going on next week? What do we have?
Oh my god, I only
Mother's
have
Day
like
is coming
15
up.
days left of work, so
What
I'm
do you?
excited.
Because you always do this to me every holiday.
What do I want for Mother's Day?
Yeah, you're like, what do you want for
And
your
I've told
birthday?
Lydia this. I've told her this in
I don't
1
know
year.
why you're telling Lydia, because I don't
Because we
talk
talk
to
about
Lydia.
everybody.
But I don't
we
talk to
about
Lydia.
everything.
It needs
and
to be
everybody.
You need to tell people that it's going to be beneficial for me to know what you
Lydia,
want.
I'm gonna give you his number, and
Don't
then you can
fucking
just
call
text
me.
him.
You talk to Ricky almost as much as I do. I don't know why you wouldn't tell her.
That's true too.
1
year, but probably I don't know. 1 year, I would just like a hotel room
I'm talking about this year,
to
fool.
myself for a nap.
You won't do
and
it.
just like chilling. I won't do it. I'll
You-
come home because
you
I'll feel
won't
guilty.
fucking do it.
I won't do it. You're
I
right.
didn't ask for a thought. That's not gonna ever happen, and it's not gonna ever happen because I can't afford it. It's not gonna happen because
I
you
won't do it.
Go through with it.
No.
Well,
I
where do you go? Wait, cool, I'll take the boy, and I'll take the girl. Like, no, you won't do it. You won't fucking do it. I'm asking
true.
you for a realistic thing that.
You know what? I don't know. And that's the thing is like I never when it comes to like gifts and things like
Do
that
you
and for my
think-
birthday and shit, I don't know.
Do you think because you don't know that's reflects on why you don't? Because you always ask me and I always tell you.
And why I don't know what to get you?
Yeah, which is very simple. So, ladies,
Black t-shirts, socks, and 20s?
the fuck. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what to get me ever, Dodgers, all black t-shirts.
From Target? What, Goodfellow?
No, definitely not. Dodgers,
Black t-shirts.
black t-shirts, and that's pretty much it.
Bath and Body men's cologne.
Oh yeah, Bath and Body, like lotions and sprays.
Amazon gift card.
You can never fucking go wrong with Amazon gift card. But the thing is, you overthink shit. Well, what if it's not enough? What if
No,
it's
and
like,
that's the thing. And I hate giving people
but my
gifts.
thing is,
And I love to give. I'm a gift giver.
but if someone is telling you what they want,
but when you guys are not specific, and I hope my family's hearing me.
I think I was being
if
pretty
you guys
specific.
are not specific. I know. I just like to. I don't know. I don't like to listen to you. I think, and I just like to give you what I want to give you.
Which is fine, though, because I don't ever.
But when it comes
about
to other people, I hate giving gifts. I hate it, even though it's my love language. But if you are not specific of what you fucking want, I can't help you.
But if you are specific, she may not listen.
No, if it's somebody else, I'll definitely listen. I'm like, oh, I see something, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I think he might like it. So you're telling me that the things that I surprise you with.
No, I'm not telling you that. But the thing is, it's every year you ask the same question.
That's true, because it might change. What if there's something that you saw that you want? Kind of like the microphone you sent me.
But here, I only do that only because I already know you're gonna ask me, and
okay,
I didn't want to hear it.
So if you know,
but I could have bought it myself. But here's the thing,
and you're not.
And maybe I already did.
You better not, because it's in my cart. It's in my cart.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like if I'm already telling you what I want, and it's the same, like it hasn't changed in fucking how long. I don't know why you got to keep asking. It's not that you don't listen. I think it's that you just want to bug the fuck out of me, and be like, I'm gonna ask him what he wants. Because then the things that you do buy me, without asking me, when have I ever complained about them?
Kind of like when I surprised you with the Dolphins jacket.
Oh, yeah, that's like the dopest fucking jacket ever.
And you never wear it, so that's
I
great.
do wear it. I wear it when we win, and we're the Dolphins, so we don't win that often.
Yeah, that's very true.
We started winning last year.
Maybe you should just start wearing it just because.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
just
not
as a fashion
leave it
statement.
as like a special occasion,
Yeah.
because there'll never be one. And that is it for me today. I gotta go to work. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was the joke line. The punchline was, I got to go to work. Oh, go save another cat, man. What are you going to do if you pull up to work and you hear the fucking meow again?
Like you left your sisters and your brothers in here?
I wonder what the mom is.
Probably the one that got hit by a car in the middle of the street.
Oh, the one that was like left by my car?
Even the kids were like, what if they were looking for their mom? And I'm like, oh.
They could smell her on the street.
They could smell her on the floor. Oh my God, that's
Jeez.
Okay, well,
We're
I got to
out,
peace
y'all.
out. Bye. Have a good day.